Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We are here for Division 4 at Austria, round 14. I'm your host, Nishka. I'm joined tonight by Rift. How are we tonight, mate?
Yeah, feeling good. Keen for some racing to get underway around Austria. Had Div 1 last night, and yeah, keen to see Div 4. There's a good little few narratives going on in Div 4, good few battles in terms of constructors and drivers, so keen to see how the lads go tonight.
Yeah, this is definitely one of the more competitive divisions. I know we see F7, he is way out in front, but yeah, on any given day, one of these guys in this division, they can just take out the win. So, really looking forward to see what comes of tonight. We're having a little bit of difficulty getting you into the lobby at the moment, mate, but I'm sure we'll be able to fix that soon. We're not seeing anybody come out onto track as of yet, so we're not missing too much action. But hopefully I can get you in, mate. Have you been able to add me yet, mate?
I've still got the communicating with online services bug, but I'm just going to try and wait it out and see if I can get you added.
Yeah, mate. All right. If you just let us know when that is, I'm going to go down to the
Yeah,
track
yeah.
now, and we'll have a look through who's on the grid tonight. So, starting from the top here. Oh, let's go. Yep, there we go. We have Tyler Bandavie in the Mercedes. We've got Ranieri in the McLaren. We've got Dynasty or Brandy in the Aston Martin. We've got Jazztan or Toast, you might call him. He's in the kick. He's actually out on track at the moment on an out lap. We've got Gangster in the Alpine, Calco in the Haas, NDMV in the Ferrari. Sammy the Slammer. I haven't seen Sammy the Slammer for a while. He's there in the V Cup, reserving for them tonight. 2A, he's in the Alpine. Donut Gorilla in the Red Bull, changing up the Alpine for the Red Bull for tonight. So, be interesting to see how he goes. Com United in the Red Bull, Crew in the Ferrari, Jenneth in the V Carb, Heavy in the Aston Martin, Bread is in the Mercedes, Recco Raff is in the Haas. We got Cristiano Chich or Wogjet, he's in the Williams, Falcon in the Williams, and then we have F7, our championship leader, in the McLaren. Who are you most looking forward to seeing tonight, Rift?
There's a bunch of drivers, like you said, where anyone on their day can have a crack at winning, but I'm looking at the likes of 2A Gangsters usually up there. Tight as well. Ranieri's another one. He's a good character to have on the grid, and he's got some good pace as well. So there's definitely a few there, but if I had to narrow it down to one, I'd probably roll with 2A in the Alpine there, as he's just starting his lap now. By the looks of things, I'm just checking in on my on the stream to see, because right now I've still got some troubles loading in, but 2A, he's got lots of pace. It's just whether he can keep it out of trouble and just find the consistency.
Yeah, as we are seeing, 2A is coming through the bottom of Sector 2 now. He's just gone purple Sector 2, so we'll stay on board with him as he comes through Sector 3. But we see Sammy the Slammer, great time from him, returning in that V-Cup. 104.3 to get started. That's a very good banker from him. As we see 2A really throwing it in down through these last two corners. Coming across the line with that battery Vertigo 104.189. So great start from him. See Brett comes across the line there. He's done a 104.9. So we see Toast goes fastest. Wow, what a drive from him in the kick. 104.134. Could we be seeing the emergence of this guy here, Rift?
Yeah, no, he's shown lots of promise, but I think he's been able to really get the results he would have liked. But no, he's definitely an up and coming driver, and yeah, he's just showing on display around a track like Austria. It's very, very tricky to put a lap together around here. There's just so many times where, especially with the strict corner cutting and track limits, there's so many parts of the track, like turn 1, turn 9, and 10, where it's so easy to exceed track limits. And then also, you got some really tricky corners like turn 3, the braking zone, getting on the power, and then the middle sector just nailing your run and just having a beautiful apex to that part of the track. It's very difficult to get a hooked up clean lap around here, but he's showing that he can do it. He's got the pace, and going forward, maybe not the title might be out of reach for this season, but so definitely heading into next season, he could be one to keep an eye on.
Yeah, as we're talking about people to keep an eye on there, we see Ranieri come across the line in P3 with a 104.154. So that's a really good time from him to get started. We're seeing, I think, a Red Bull coming. He is invalidated. That's Com United. Indian V is out on a lap, but he's also invalidated by the looks of it. We're seeing Brandy's on an out lap. I might jump on board with him and do a lap with him. How are you going with connectivity, mate? Can we give you a try to get you in?
I'm having to try a few things. I'll let you know when I get you added. But yeah, I'm still trying. I'm still still digging away at it. The game's not being my friend today, but we're gonna keep trying.
Yeah, all good, mate. We're on board with Dynasty anyway. 50% battery coming up to turn 3 here. Tricky little turn. You want to get a good exit from this turn. This can really set up your lap. 55% DRS wide open. We've seen Dynasty has really started putting some form together in this Division 4. Can he be a challenger again tonight? We'll have to wait and see. Drops it down into third. Touches the apex. Nice little exit there. Back on that battery. Burning it down 27% into this tricky little double left-hander. Does it nicely so far. A little bit of a touch of the battery. Drops it down into 5th. Carries the momentum through. Back on the battery. Up to 6th. Up to 7th. Burning it down all the way to 6%, drops it into medium, into this last tricky double right-hander, takes a nice bit of the curb, cuts the last one, down into 5th, up to 6th, up to 7th, burning down to the line, here goes P2 with a 104.131, so really tight at the top here.
Another time, and that's what we've got from first down to 6th within 2 tenths. So there's nothing in it, and around a track like here, it depends on how brave you want to be. If you want to be super brave in that final sector, you can just find so much time. But yeah, hooking up the first and middle sector, that's a challenge on its own. You think, oh, I've got such a good lap, you don't throw it away by track extending, and you see drivers can be a bit timid and take that, leave a lot on the table through those last 2 corners. But yeah, it just shows that when you push and you just risk it all, as this Williams has gone purple in the middle sector coming up to the line shortly, there's just so much time to be had around this track, and it's an absolute beauty of a track, mind you. It produces some great racing, lots of overtaking, and on the limit here, one of the shortest laps of the calendar, and Falcon goes up into P5 with a 104.1. So look at the gap. There's so many cars within a short gap to pole position. First to 7th is now 2.5 tenths. So it is all to play for here, Nishka.
Yeah, absolutely. There's not much in it. You only got to make one little mistake, and there you're not in that top 10. So yeah, it's crazy. As we'll try, because you're not in here, I'm going to try and get Cheedung into the lobby. He is running late. Cheedung, I can't see you. You're going to have to add me, mate, and then I can get you in. I can't see you online here, mate. So unless you send me an invite, mate, I can't actually get you. You might be able to get in if you can get in. See how we're going. But we're on board here with Sammy the Slammer. We've seen him put a nice little lap down as a little scyther at 104.303. He's coming down into sector 2 now, 36% battery. See if he can nicely do it through here. Looks like he's doing a pretty good job at the moment. He's up by 1.5 tenths, so he'll be looking to put himself right up in amongst those top 5. Let's see if he can really finish this lap off. Really has to nail these last 2 right-handers. Takes a bit of the curb there. Comes out to the exit. Wants to try and cut it. Doesn't want to invalidate. Burning down to the line. What's it going to be? It's going to be enough for P2 at the moment. So 104.117. So great lap from the V-Carb driver reserving up.
Yeah, and that's what you want from these reserves. Come in and perform, and look, VCAR will be absolutely stoked with that. I mean, P2 front row as it stands right now, still 9 minutes to go, a little under 9 minutes to go, but for a banker, that's what you want to be seeing. And no, VCAR, they'll be chuffed with that, but yeah, still a long way to go. But no, that's a great banker, 104.1. So yeah, less than a tenth off of pole position, and just fractioning out in front of Brandy as well. Look at how close the top. Look at them. As I think we've got a bit of action.
No, look
oh,
at Toast.
Here comes.
Goes P1.
Oh, there he goes across the line. So the Sauber's taken provisional pole, and then behind him, Toast has just pipped him of pole position. the Sauber Jazz 10 did a 4.0 and then toast up to the line.
No, that
What a
was
lap. He does a 3.9.
Jazz Tab was toast drift.
Oh, it was. So I'm having to watch the stream. There's a bit of a delay, but wow. So both the Alpines first and third that we've now ducked into the 103.9. So close. Look at that pole down to seventh. This little under 2 tenths. It's just such a small margin to cover so many cars. Alpine will be chuffed with that as well. Look like someone was in the gravel. But yeah, I'll hand back to you. I should be able to get you added soon as well.
Yeah, so Chi Dung has now joined, so Chi Dung is in, so that's really great to see, and we'll, yeah, hopefully you can get me added, mate, and then we'll be right up to date. But at the moment, we are seeing, is Rico Raff on a lap? No, he's not. He's only able to put himself up into P8 at the moment. Heview might be on a lap. He looks like he is in the Aston Martin. He's in P9 at the moment with a 104.280. So there's not much margin between any of these guys here as he comes through this tricky little end of Sector 2. Down to the last two right-handers. Can he nail it? He's got 6% battery. Looks to tuck it in. Takes it a little bit wide. Little loss of back end, runs wide and invalidates. So that's really unfortunate for him. Really trying to send it there and just couldn't quite keep it on the track. As we're seeing Com United, looks like he just finished the lap. He couldn't improve. We've got a Haas out on track. Calco, he looks like he's on a lap. He's running through hot lap. Coming down towards these last two tricky right-handers. We'll go on board, see how he takes these last two corners. Doesn't take any of the curb, but looks to have done it nicely. Cuts the inside, invalidates. So we're seeing a couple of invalidations here, Rift.
Yeah, and that's one to look out for. It's a killer around here, especially like we're saying. You can have the whole lap hooked up, and all it takes is going wide at the penultimate or the final corner, and it just undoes all the hard work you've put in. So, no, it's devastating, but that's the deal around Austria. Get great racing, great track, but yeah, it can catch out lots of drivers, and as seen on display in there it is. So, really unfortunate, but again, they've still got another set of tyres and still got a bit more time to go, so we'll get another run at it. But I know it hurts when you can't get these bankers in or these second runs in when you're trying to fight for pole position. It's can really mess up the flow of the weekend, especially starting out of position, and hopefully it doesn't cost him too badly here. But yeah, no, let's just have to reset and go again.
Yeah, absolutely, mate. And I believe I've got you an invite, so
yes, I'm should be joining in a second now, so won't be as far behind with the delay, which will be nice. But yeah, no, I'm joining now.
Yeah, beautiful. As we're seeing, F7, the championship leader, he's coming around the final corner, manages to keep it on the track. What's he going to do? It's only going to be P6 for the championship leader. So he's not far off. He's not far off the pace, but P6, he'll want to improve from there. We are seeing Falcon. He is on his second lap. Can he improve? He's in P8 at the moment, burning down to the line. What's it going to be? A 104, 146, so only improves one position, so it didn't improve too much. But yeah, the Williams driver will be looking to try and do a little bit better, push a little bit more towards the top. We have Com United. I believe he is on a lap. What can he do? He's gone into the pits is what he can do. We got Cruz in the gravel. I'm not sure what's happened there. He's having a bit of a tough time at the moment. So Crew, I believe, will probably come around again. I think we got F7's making his way around to the pits. Falcon's making his way around to the pits. So we're going to have a little bit of a breather here. And we'll be able to see who is going to be on, who's going to be pole. We're going to have a little breather, and these guys will all be coming out, and it will be fast and furious for these last 3 minutes. And I'm glad you're in the lobby for it, mate.
Yes, we're finally in. Thank you, EA, for your online services. It's very good since that update months ago. But anyway, we're finally in the lobby. Most important thing, Calico and the Haas has just left the pits in the one-off Texas livery. It's a very nice looking livery, I must say. But yeah, on an outlap, as is Jenneth in the front half of his car is missing in the V-carb. That must be a glitch or he's got damage, but on my screen, the front half of that V-carb is completely missing. It does say he's on an outlap, and I think he is about to start one. So I hope on your stream it looks good, Nishka, because on my stream it's a bit interesting. Anyway, DRS open, battery deployed down to turn number 1. Jumps on the brakes past the 100-meter braking board, a little bit wide, slightly misses the apex, but he has a good line on the exit. Now DRS and burning the battery down towards turn number 3. So much time to be found and lost in this braking zone and on the exit. He takes lots of curb on the entry. Slightly misses the apex, but he gets it hooked up nicely on the exit. DRS again for the 3rd time down towards turn number 4. This is a great overtaking opportunity. Comes the race. Very tricky braking zone. Downhill. Gets the car hooked up. Back on the power. Through the gears. On the battery. Fast double left-hander here. Car just wants to keep understeering. You have to keep the steering lock hooked in. Throws it into the next corner. And it will stick. And that engine is revving out in 6th and 7th gear. The car is just screaming as we come towards 9 and 10, the infamous. And I think he's backed out of it, he has. So it wasn't the most tidiest lap, maybe just was quite a bit down on the delta. He'll look to try and get another fresh set of boots and get out, but I don't think he's going to make it. Only 2 minutes to go. Calico in the Haas behind. Here he comes through the final corner, turn 10 on the exit. He's invalidated at the last corner, and that's his qualifying done. That'll be 14th for him. He's got no battery and no tyres to go again and no time to go again. The Aston Martin also on a lap of High Vu. Fast left-hander has it hooked up nicely. Back on the power, down the hill, hooks it in just slightly off the apex. Takes lots of curb. Down towards turn 9. We're seeing so many drivers going wrong in this part of the track. Throws the car in a little bit wide, a bit deep. And this is where all the times found and lost. Wasn't the best exit on the power, up to the line. What can he do? It's P2. He's done a 4-0. What a lap. But in the eye test, it didn't look like it was too hooked up in those last 2 corners, but he just found so much time, Nishka.
Yeah, he really did, didn't he? As I was saying, Toast, he's coming down to start his lap now. On a lap at the moment, we are seeing Ranieri. He is in Sector 2. He is coming down to this tricky little turn 4. Hopefully this traffic stays out of his way. What can we see the McLaren band do? He'll be looking to improve, but we're only seeing not even 2 tenths between P1 to about P9. So anything can happen. This is going to be super exciting. As we see him go in purple sector 2, what is the man Ranieri doing? It's down to 6% battery. Can he throw it in? We'll jump on board. He's going to throw it right into this last right-hander. Let's take a bit of the inside curb. Looks like he may have lost a tiny little bit of time, but what's it going to be? It's going to be not enough to get him up out of P8. So we're seeing Donut Gorilla. He's coming down to the line. Looks like he's just starting his lap. We've seen someone there off in the gravel. I'm not too sure who that was. Rekka Raff, what's happened there? He is off the track.
Sauer's next across the line. Through turn 10 now. Up to the line he comes. DRS battery down to no percent. And he's gone pole, 3.8. Provisional pole position. That is the new benchmark. And it's half a tenth clear of 2A in the Alpine. What a lap from the Sauber driver of Toast, I believe that is. This gangster's just beaten. He's done a 3.7. He's gone a tenth quicker. He's pipped him. We've got to go to the timing line because the times are just tumbling down the field. Oh, and Ranieri's off the track.
What's the
He's gone
Williams
off
driver going to do?
to get out of someone else.
Only P5. We got Brett. He's on a lap. He's coming down towards the line. What can he do? He's into the pits. Who else have we got? Donut Gorilla. He is on a lap. Is he still going? Yes, he is. What's it going to be? Right down to the line. Donut Gorilla. Only P8.
Oh, P8.
Wow,
You'll take that. You will take that. And look how close they are. It's from P5 down to P10. They're all within 3 tenths. Less than a tenth separating 5 cars. That is unbelievable. And then look at that, half a second down to 13th. You'll love to see it. But wow, look at that, 600ths to pole. Both Alpines lock out the front row. Then Toast in the Sauber, P3, and High V, the Aston Martin, locking out row 2. Oh, 2 tenths to separate the top 4. That is the slimmest of margins, especially around here, Nishka.
Yeah, that's so tight all the way down there. But you'd have to be happy with your man Toast in the kick Sauber. One of your teammates. He's done a fantastic job there. And the Alpines locking out that front row. That is going to have massive ramifications for the constructors' standings if they can capitalise on that.
No, that's huge. And yeah, that Sauber, we've been struggling as of late, but since the last early season, we've actually had some pretty good results last time out in Texas. So no, that's a great qualifying by him and Alpine. Props to them. That's unbelievable. Just to be that quick and it's this close, they just rose to the occasion and were able to get a front row lockout, which is that's the goal for the Alpine team principal. And now the 1-2 finish will be the objective for the race. But no, they'll be happy with that. Sauber, very happy with that, and Aston Martin as well in the top 4. So then both the Williams not too far behind as well. So they're looking pretty good in a few different championships and in the overalls. They're not too far off Ferrari, I believe. So they're going to be one to watch out. But no, there's going to be heaps that can happen here, and it's wet conditions for the race. Nishka, this could be absolute carnage. This could be carnage. Turn 1 is going to could be a train wreck.
Oh, this is throwing a massive spanner in the works. What are we going to see here? Oh, this could be super interesting. It'd be interesting to see if anybody actually adjusted their setups, knowing that this rain could have been possibly coming. So we may have seen some indifferent we may have seen some indifferent results in the qualifying for guys actually preparing for the race. So it's going to be interesting to see what's actually happened there, Riff.
Yeah, well, that's the first thing that sprung to my mind was, did some of these guys adjust their setup? Because obviously we have Park Ferme. Did some of these guys change the setup for these wet conditions? And we've got 3, 4, 5 red lights here in Austria. The Red Bull Ring, lights out, and we are off and racing. Both Alpines got a good start, as did Toast in the Sauber. Goes to the outside. They've all got the intermediates on. The Sauber tries to go around the outside. The two McLarens nearly made contact, and he's staying ahead of Falcon and the Williams, but it's still Gangster who leads from 2A. Look at them all slipstream each other down towards turn number 3. Alpine crosses the line. Through goes Toast up the inside for the lead of the Austrian Grand Prix, and he's taken the lead. How's the exit out of turn 3? Side by side, one of the Alpines of Gangster's gone off. He's gone from P1 to P4. Falcon onto the podium. 2A retakes the lead. Back ahead of Toast in the Sauber. Down to turn 4. It's not over. Up the inside. Catches the car rear and was trying to step out on him there. And they're going to go side by side up the hill, through 5 and into 6 and 7. Here they go, the Alpine up the inside, the Sauber on the outside. Look at the courage to hang it around the outside. Can he keep it on the track? He can. Just comes out ahead. And that's P3 to P1 opening lap for Toast in the Sauber. What a start.
Oh, wow, Riff, what a start of race that was. Some fantastic racing there at the front from Toast and 2A. But most of these guys have got through safely. It's been a great start here from Division 4. We see Heaview, he's there in P6. We've seen a few moves happening down the back there as Toast sets the fastest lap, but it is only the first lap of the race. Com United there in P15. What's this camera angle? We got the Williams in P16. Jenneth there in P17. So everyone's started off quite well, but back to the front, we see Toast. He is now holding off 2A. There's going to be no DRS because these wet conditions, treacherous conditions. I wonder if we're going to see this dry up at all, Riff.
Yeah, well, whether it does or it doesn't, that's such a crucial move by Toast to get that job done. Because, like you said, there's no DRS. Look at the back end just sliding there. Just flicks the front end. They've got grip on the front end of the car, and the back end just trying to cooperate. But no, that's a crucial move to make early on in this one when overtaking isn't guaranteed, especially a lot more difficult without the DRS around here as Toast goes purple in that middle sector. That's a huge move. Some other winners out of lap 1, Calco in the Haas, he's gone from 15th to 10th, and also Tyler in the Mercedes, he's up 6 positions and into P13. So some good big leapers there. F7 as well, he got 3 positions off the line. So yeah, great starts for a lot of these guys. But Gangster, he'll be kicking himself from pole to 4th. Won't be happy with that as Hy-Vee drops from 4th to P6 as there goes Toast. Fastest lap of the race. Both the Ferraris struggling as well. Cruz dropped off a little bit at the back. He'll be on the charge to try and catch this pack and get back on track with this Grand Prix.
Yeah, absolutely. I just seen him P3 there. Falcon, I know he's up there into P3, but he does have a bit of damage to his end plate
Yeah, he's
there.
missing the right end plate.
Yeah, so is that going to be a bit tricky for him as this race goes on in the wet conditions? So we'll have to see how he deals with that. As we see F7 now, he's up a position. He's trying to get the move done on Donut Gorilla and does so. Gets it done very nicely done by our championship leader. Can he get in amongst this battle across the top? We're seeing Donut Gorilla. He's actually a Div 5 driver, reserving up to Div 4, so he's doing a fantastic job for the Rebels at the moment. And Dynasty down there in P9, can he get amongst it?
Yeah, he's currently where he started P9 qualifying, and as for Gorilla started P8, and he is currently in 8th as well. So F7 could start from up 4 places now. But yeah, pretty well behaved from everybody here. As Toast crew with the 3-second in the Ferrari at the back. So his day's gone from bad to worse. But yeah, we got a yellow as well. He's gone slowly, that Ferrari. But yeah, Toast, that's a great start. He's already got 1.2 seconds to the car behind. So he's driving well. Falcon, he's 2.3 off of 2A, and Gangster is just sitting behind him, trying to bide his time and find a way past. But no, good start for the Sauber and the Alpine of 2A. Falcon's just doing a good job here, trying to hold on to this last podium paying position, and Gangster will be pretty keen to get back in front. But starting to see a few little gaps spread out here, Nishka, and some little battles starting to develop.
Yeah, absolutely. As we're seeing a fair few of these drivers also, they're up a fair few positions. Calco, he's one of them. He's up 5 positions. Tyler Man Davey, he's up 6 positions. So having a great drive for the Mercedes so far. We're seeing Cheedung, he's slowly making his way up from the back after that quali ban. So he's up 2 positions. F7's up for 4. Bread's up 1. Falcon up 2. And our race leader, he's up 2 as well. So yeah, we'll go back now. We'll have a look at some of these gaps. And we have, yeah, we're seeing a good little battle here now. Gangstar is starting to push up on the back of Falcon, who we do know has that bit of damage. F7 is also starting to press up onto the back of Heavy. Can he get the move done and start getting amongst these top guys? We're seeing also Dynasty, he's making his way into contention. As we see, F7's actually gone for the move on Heavy and got it done quite easily, by the looks of it, mate.
No, he's driving really well, F7. That's another position. He got 3 off the line, and yeah, he's got 2 on track since the opening lap. But no, good start for him. And yeah, Toast is extending this lead, 1.8. Falcon falling behind, 2.8. Gangster behind him, but he just can't get close enough for the start of these straights. And maybe Falcon's running a bit more higher wing. He's just pulling some time in this middle and last sector. But yeah, Gangster's really struggling on these straights to get close. But as we look further down, we got some good battles. Got Donut Gorilla and Dynasty Sparrow and Calico. Look at this huge train of cars spanning from P7 all the way down to P14, all within a second of each other. Huge train on board with Ranieri here behind Calico, up again 5 places. A 13.8 fastest lap of the race from your leader, Toast, in the Sauber. Good drive for him. He's got that gap eked out to 2 seconds now, starting lap number 6. But yeah, huge battle here from, it was from 7th down, but the gaps are starting to change over the course of a lap. As Donut Gorilla, he's got a 3-second time penalty. Bit too naughty with those track limits, and that is really going to kill him, especially with how bunched up the field is behind him. That's going to drop out the very back, but still a long way to go. But yeah, no, you don't want to be getting penalties around Austria, especially with the nature of how short the lap is, and the safety car can just bunch everyone up, and just in general, the lap is very short, and it's hard to pull away, especially in these big DRS trains, or given these conditions, big slipstream trains. But I must say, Nishka, the track does look pretty dry. I'm not seeing any rain on my screen, so I'm just wondering if anyone's going to gamble and come in for the slicks anytime soon.
Yeah, we're gonna have to see, because they do look like they're starting to just struggle just a little bit on these inters. They'll be getting very hot, I'd imagine. There's not much standing water to try and cool them down, and yeah, it'd be interesting to see who's.
Gangster's in. Gangster's called it. He's jumped into the pits. And I think so is 2A, so both of the Alpines are going to double stack here. They're not separated by that much. I think this is going to really impede Gangster's time spent in the box. So he pulls in, and the animation's a little bit slow, so Falcon continues. But the other Alpine, they've both fitted the medium tyres, I believe. Yes, they're both on the mediums, both Alpine. So this could be absolutely a masterclass from Alpine, or it could see them both fall. I think 2A will be okay. I think he'll be fine. I think Gangster, this might cost him a bit of time because I'd say everyone's going to respond. Ranieri, Com United, Cristiano, Sammy, and Janeth have all fitted, and NDNV have all fitted the hard, so they want a bit of longevity to try and make it to the end. What are these Alpines going to do? Could they stop again? What's their performance going to be like? But they have biting the bullet and they've called it. Let's go back to the front and see what the leaders are doing.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll keep an eye on that gap from 2A. It does look like it's coming down rapidly. So Toast has made the call. He's in. Falcon is also in. We'll have to see if he's going to change that wing or not. We might just stay on board with him quickly because that'll be interesting to note whether he's going to lose any time there changing a wing over. But yeah, I think it'd probably be the good call to try and change that wing early in the race for the sake of 4 seconds or so. Yeah, they've got the wing there ready. They are putting the wing on, so Falcon will get a new wing. But out on track, we see Donut, Gorilla, and Brandy. They've gone around again on the inters. So is this going to hold up the likes of Toast
Gangster's
and
got a
2A?
penalty as well. Gangster's got a penalty as well, and Toast has come out well and truly ahead of 2A. He's cleared him by about 3.5 seconds, so great strategy call from Sauber. Toast very comfortably in net P1 there, and Gangster, he is now 6 seconds behind his teammate, and 9.5 seconds behind the effective leader of Toast. So Janeth with the penalty as well, and Gangster as well, just a bit of more injury, or insult to injury. He's got a cop to 3-second time penalty as well. So yeah, really interesting that Donut Gorilla, Dynasty, and Reiko Ralph have gone again on these inters because they're definitely not the tire to be on, and it's going to cost them time. But we did see the Alpines of 2A and Gangster didn't gain that much time as what we would have expected them to. In fact, Toast actually probably pulled about a few tenths by doing the overcut there. But the top three are now all in. Oh, nearly made contact heading into the pits there. Did Reiko Ralph. Nearly went up the back of that Aston Martin. 2A has done 11.7. So he is rapid in the dry conditions, but he's actually lost 4 tenths to Toast on his outlap, and he's on the hard. So he's on the harder compound of tyre. So it's going to have more longevity. Probably won't have to stop again. These mediums, I don't know if they're going to make it to the end.
Have you got crew added, mate?
Crew?
He needs
in
an
the
invite, mate.
Ferrari.
Yeah, he needs an invite, mate.
I'll try and add him now.
Otherwise, you got to add Rift crew if you haven't got him. You got to add him, mate, to get back in. As we're seeing now, Toast, he's really pulling away on those hards. He's managed to pull half a second on 2A just on this lap. So he looks like he is in pole position at the moment, so to speak. And F7, he is closed right up onto the back of Gangster on those hard tyres. It's going to be interesting to see what sort of strategies these guys do from here now, because those inters only managed to go those 6-7 laps. I think it'll be very hard for them to get to the end on those hard, so I think all these guys are going to have to stop again.
Yeah, I think I'm just waiting on an invite from Crewy. I'm just waiting for him, so I might leave you, Nishka, with the on-track battles. I'll try and get him back in here in the settings.
Yeah, all good, mate. And we got we got Brandy. He's on those medium tyres. He came in and jumped onto those. He's sitting in behind Donut Gorilla right now, who's on the hard tyres. He's got a penalty, and Brandy's looking to get the job done and gets it done nicely. Donut Gorilla holds it around the outside. A little bit of contact there. Ranieri was involved in that as well there, but I think most of them got out of it unscathed. As we see Dynasty really pushing on now and having a look at Calco, I believe. Oh no, that might be the lapped car of Crew at the moment, I think. So hopefully that car doesn't cause too many issues there for many of those guys. No, got out of the way, nicely done. Calco though, he's all over the back of Falcon, who is on those hard tyres. He only dropped to P7 with that fresh wing, but he does have a penalty now. As you see Toast go fastest lap again with a 1:08.8. I think we're just going to see those times keep dropping and dropping. Brett, he's having a fantastic drive. He's up into P5 now on those hard tyres. 3 seconds behind Gangster. As we see, F7 has now got that job done, and he is chasing up towards 2A, but 6.7 seconds behind. Gangster just struggling a little bit tonight. I don't know what's happening. He had really good pace in the quali, but the race pace just doesn't seem to be there for the Alpine driver, unlike his teammate who's up there in P2, but he also doesn't seem to have all that much pace. He's falling behind Toast quite quickly, to be honest, and Toast now out to 4.2 seconds on those hard tyres. You'd think as this stint goes along on those mediums for 2A, Toast will just keep pulling and pulling away here, and he could get himself a really comfortable lead. As we're seeing in the chat here, Tudor saying maybe the Alpines might be on a wet setup. Well, they possibly could be, and that might be why we are seeing this. So, although 2A is just going fastest lap now, so maybe he's starting to come to life. But we'll have to wait and see. Gangster now goes fastest lap. Maybe this track is just starting to really dry up now, and we're seeing the faster time starting to come in. NDMV picks up a 3 seconds, so not ideal for the Ferrari driver down there in P18. We got Heview. He's there in P6. He's having a pretty good night so far for the Aston Martins. They'll be looking to try and score some big points as we see him going for a move on Brett, sending it up the inside. Little bit of a bump. Pushes Brett off the track there. Gets a 3 seconds. That's not ideal. I dare say probably Brett will be trying to get that one removed, I'd say, later on, because he was pushed off the track there. But we'll have to wait and see in the steward's room whether he asks for that to be removed. But we do see Heview, he's up into P5 now, doing a fantastic job for Aston Martin. They want those points for the overalls. Calco doing a fantastic job for the Haas. We've seen him do a great job last week, and he is now up into P6 as well, getting past Brett. So he's doing a great job. These medium tyres, they're going all right at the moment, but how long can they last? Rift, how you going, mate?
Yeah, I'm just messaging on the trying to get to a crew, sorry, on Discord or on the chat as well. My EA is the same as my Discord or my username. It's all the same. So if you can try and get me added, mate, I'm still refreshing, waiting to get the friend request, and I'll get you back in here, mate.
Awesome, Riff. Thanks, mate. As we're seeing now, Falcon is all over the back of Heview. Can he get the move done? Those hard tyres might be starting to come to him now. He's in P7. He does have the penalty. We will have a little look at the penalties real quick. Got Gangster with the 3 second, Falcon with the 3 second, Brad with the 3 second, Tyler, Donut, NDMV, Jennifer, and crew all have 3 seconds. But yeah, back to the action. We're seeing Falcon hanging around the outside on those hard tyres. They look like the better tyre at the moment, and he gets that job done. Nicely done from Falcon. Now, Calco, he's been on a bit of a tear on these medium tyres. He is flying along at the moment. He's up into P5, 4.3 seconds behind Gangster, but that gap is closing down quite quickly. Gangster's managing to hold on to the back of F7 at the moment. F7 not managing to make any time whatsoever on 2A at the moment. He's actually lost time. And 2A is still doing a good job, but Toast, he's out in the lead, and he doesn't look like under any pressure at the moment, and he's doing a fantastic job here for the Kick Saubers.
Yeah, he's driving really well, Toast, and he's eked the gap out even more to 4.7. He's on the tyre offset as well of the hards compared to those mediums, so he's only going to get better and better as the race goes on. And Donut Gorilla with another penalty, unfortunately for him, down in 14th, and they're scrapping away there. But yeah, we got again some more good battles. Gangster is closing in on F7 now, even with that 3 seconds, but he's managed to find himself back on track near the back end of this McLaren, who is on the hard compound of tyres as well, like the Sauber of Toast, as he is following him through 9 and 10. Stays within track limits this time around. And we go on to the start-finish straight DRS, ERS as well. Burning the battery. Gap is half a second. Not a bad gap to have, especially with the next straight, to try and eke in that gap and then go again into turn 4 if need be. DRS enabled. Burning through the battery. In the slipstream. Towards turn 3, you can see the McLaren. That red flashing light means he is charging up the pack as he's had a bit of rear locking there.
bit of a battle rift. Oh, we just seen the Haas and the Williams. They had a little bit of a coming together, coming down into turn 3. A Falcon now getting the job done, but they had a little bump, and it was a little bit nervous times for those guys. Sorry to butt in there, Rift. Take it back to the front.
No, you're all good. You are all good. So what we want to see is the battles, and Calco, yeah, he's another one. He's within that half-second gangster as well. 6/10 to F7 as he's just kind of in the story of his race so far. He's just been in P4, had the terrible start, dropped to the 3 positions from pole position, and he's just been stuck behind this McLaren. He just can't find an avenue past. Gap's now out to 8/10, so he's got to be careful. His tyres are going to start... They're not going to be feeling any better as this race goes on, let's put it that way. So if he's going to make the move, it's got to be soon, because yeah, those tyres are going to die in the next few laps. Calco behind the Williams. He is at just under 6/10 as we all head down. Look at this huge DRS train heading into turn number 3. On the brakes. What can he do now? Coming out of turn 3 is Janeth's got another 3-second penalty. I think the gap's going to be good enough, but speaking of gaps, Dynasty Sparrow by only 2/10. He showed the nose to have a look, and he might try and go around the outside. Look at how close he is to the back of this Haas. Goes to the inside to try and get a run up the hill. He won't get there. Shows the nose again, thinks better of it, and tucks behind to go again next time out. But yeah, that's left Calco a bit vulnerable. He doesn't have much battery to play with, only the 25%. And that Aston Martin behind with heaps of battery, 62%, as he's starting to lose touch with that hard run. He's lost DRS as well, Nishka. So these Aston Martins could be looking to pounce. We might see them tag team and double overtake on this Haas. He's the sitting duck for these next 3 DRS zones.
Yeah. Coming towards the end of the weekend, I was hoping all the tag teaming action would be over. It looks like these Aston Martins are going to deal with this Haas quite quickly by the looks of it, as we see Dynasty getting past Calco, and now he's in a big sandwich between those Astons. We're seeing Ranieri. He's up there in P9. He's all over the back of these guys now too. He's on those hard tyres, so they're going to be feeling quite good now, 10 laps old, and those mediums will be starting to hurt these guys in front. As we see, Brett just had a little look up the inside of Ranieri there, nothing doing, but Brandy now would want to be trying to close that gap to Falcon and try and get a bit of that DRS. Otherwise, he's going to come under the pressure as well from that McLaren on those hard tyres.
Yeah, and I think we're starting to see we're at that stage in the stint where the mediums are starting to fall off a cliff now, and the hards are coming into their own. So Toast in the sour, but that gap was 4 seconds not too long ago. It's at 7.5 seconds, and F7 gap is a bit hit or miss. I think he's closing in 2A, but I'm not 100% sure. It was 6 seconds, and you're down to 5.8, make it 5.7. So I think we are starting to see the mediums reach the end of their life now, as a lot of them are hitting 11 laps on those mediums. As here comes the other Aston Martin on the Haas of Calco. They make contact at the apex. He will get DRS now. Around the outside goes Calco on Haivu, and he is through. And look at the McLaren of Ranieri. He's just done both of them into turn 4. What a move from the McLaren driver. He's just let them scrap away. They can bang wheels. No worries. Ranieri through on both of them. A beautiful double overtake. One of the best we've seen so far today. That is an excellent move.
I'll jump in real quick, mate. Can we get Donut an invite, please, mate, as well? If we can.
Yeah, no worries. I'll just get him to add me as well, if I don't have him added already. Donut, Gorilla.
Yep.
Just send a friend invite and I can get you back in as well.
Heavy there down in P9. We got Reco Raff. He's there in P9. We're seeing a few of these medium runners now into the pits, so it's going to be interesting to see where they come out and how much work they're going to have to do. And when are we going to see the hard runners pit? That's the question. Is 2A going to keep going? Or will we see him come in this lap as well? Get a fresh pair of boots on. We got F7. He's closing that gap up, but not as quick as I expected him to. Gangster's been able to hold on as well, so that's really hindering Falcon for trying to catch up to Gangster. He's still 4.2 seconds behind. Ranieri now is through, and he has broken the DRS of Heavy. Can Heavy hold on against Bread? That's going to be the question. Reco Raff Hunter, I can't add him, mate. Yeah, I'm the actual comms, so he's got to have the co-comms, mate, because we're gonna keep running the stream. Chi Dung is there in P12. Sammy the Slammers there in P13, and we got the Williams of Chich. He's in P14. Toast out in front. He is 14 seconds in front of F7. So we have seen Tua. He is into the pits. He's going to put the hards on. He's going to have to take them 16 laps to the end. We're seeing Tyler. He is still out on those 12 lap hards. So he's not going to be in the way of 2A, but Chi Dung on those 12 lap mediums, he's trying to make them last as long as he can. He's getting a bit of DRS at the moment off Tyler, so that could help him get an extra lap here. He could have the freshest tyres leading into this last bit of the race. We got Falcons there in P3. Ranieri, he's there in P4. 4.3 seconds behind Falcon. Then we got Brett in P5. 1.3 seconds down. He does have a 3-second penalty though. Reco Raff, he's slowly working his way into the race. He's been ever consistent this season. He's there in P6 and closing up onto the back of Brett. We might just stick with this one. He might be able to get a move done. He's only half a second down. Coming into this home straight, he's got plenty of battery to work with. What's Brett got? He's only got 29%. So let's see if the Haas can get the job done. Burning down the straight. DRS open. Nothing doing into turn one. He's nice and close though. He's still got plenty of battery. He's going to get that DRS open again. We are seeing the Alpine just in behind there as well of 2A. He's closing right up. He'll be hoping that he gets no traffic here because he'll want to get through and start making up some time on those fresh tyres. As they go too wide, it's a little bit of contact there. Was there any damage there to the Haas? I'm not too sure. As we see now, 2A, he's looking to come around the outside on those fresh tyres. Can he get the move done? He's on the outside. We did see some damage there to Raf. He's missing an end plate. Can 2A get this move done? Brett is going to be holding him up through this sector 2, sector 3. 2A is going to have to be patient here. Can he get a move done? Nothing doing there. Has a little bit of look up the inside. Brett defending stoutly there in that Mercedes. Can 2A get through? It's going to be costly if he can't at the moment. He doesn't have heaps of battery either to try and get this job done. So if he can't be real close to Brett here, Brett might be able to burn and hold him off. He's got 52% DRS wide open. Gets the better exit. Thinks better of it into turn one. Just sitting right behind him. Now, can he get the job done? Up the hill. Up towards turn 3. 45% on the battery. He's going to have a look to the inside. Brett is on the outside. Late into the corner. Brett runs wide. Don't think he can stick it, and 2A gets the job done, and he'll be on the tear now out after Ranieri. We got Brandy there in P10, Calco in P9. They're in a good little battle at the moment as we are going through the field here. NDMV, he's on P13. Heaview is P12. Falcon, P11 at the moment. He is now on the fresh hards. He'll be looking to take them to the end. It's going to be interesting to see what he can do from there. So he was first of the hard runners to come into the pits. You got Brandy. He's there in P10. He's slowly closing up on Calco. Calco closing up onto Chich. Can Chich, the Williams driver, help his teammate out and try and hold these guys up a little bit so he can get involved as well? We'll have to wait and see. He's on those 15 lap hards. So it's going to be a very hard job to try and keep them behind. As Calco now going for a move on Chich. Can he get it done? Yes, he can. Can Dynasty get through as well? Can Falcon get through too? Yes, they're all getting through. This is going to be tight down into the next turn. Falcon, oh, looks like he may have pushed Dynasty off the track there just a little bit. So, going to have to see what happens there. See if he gives that position back or not. I would recommend, if I was Falcon, I would recommend giving that position back because he definitely pushed the Aston Martin off the track there. But Dynasty now, he will have the job ahead of him and have to try and get that job done. As we're seeing now, Tyler is there in P8. He is now in front of Brandy on those older tyres, trying to hold on. Can't get it done at the moment. Falcon got past him. Can Chich get the move done as well? I don't think he can. And we're seeing both those runners now go into the pits. They're going to get onto a fresh set of tyres. Now we're seeing Calco closing up. We're seeing Falcon closing up. Falcon going for the move on Calco and getting it done. Nicely done from the Williams driver there. We're seeing Calco. Can he come back? He's got the DRS. They both got DRS, actually. They're both burning. This is going to be tight down into the next turn. We see a little lock up from the Alpine there in front. Calco sends it up the inside. Oh, ends up going off the track. He rejoins safe enough, though. But the Williams gets the position back there. And this is a fantastic little battle we got going on now. Gangster, he's...
Oh, and up the inside goes Calco.
Oh,
Sorry,
what a move from
Nishko into
Calco.
turn 4. What a move. Under the brakes. Just centre.
Oh, no!
And oh, he's in the wall. He's in the wall. Falcon's in the wall.
Oh,
And he's just turned
wowee.
onto his right rear into the front left of the Williams. Had to put both of them in the wall. I don't know if they have damage. I think, yeah, the Williams has lost the front right end plate. Oh, Calco kept squeezing him, and he's lost his front right end plate as well. Both into the barrier. He's got damage. Dynasty all over the back of him now. He'll waltz past him, but that is disaster for the Haas and the Williams. Both were having such a good race. They're putting on great drives, and he's just given him too big of a squeeze. They tried to cover across the racing line, and the Williams front wing was there, and he's just turned in on him, and it's ricocheted himself and Falcon into the barrier. But disappointing end to what was a really good battle. As here goes Dynasty and the Aston Martin with the DRS. Should be one of the more easier moves he'll make, and he does. He's ahead before they get to the braking zone, but wow, what a crash.
Oh, yeah, really unfortunate there for the Haas and the Williams coming together like that. Yeah, not great. And we have Ranieri. He's on those fresh medium tyres. He's in P12. Brett is on P11. Did you manage to get an invite off Donut yet, mate?
I've still got no friend request to try and get him back in. I keep refreshing and nothing's coming up. So yeah, I'm trying to see what I can do, but yeah, no, I've got nothing on my end to get him back in.
So we have Heaview is there in P8. We got Calco there in P6, Brandy P5, we got Gangster at P4, we got F7 in P3. He's on those fresh mediums now. Can he get out after 2A and try and make a challenge there? I know it's a tough ask. He's 11.9 seconds behind. Might be a bit too much work to do there. 2A, he's going to be on those hards. Those mediums will start falling off towards the end. It's 7.8 seconds. Could we see the Alpine start challenging to kick Sauber, or do you think Toast has got this one in the bag, mate?
Yeah, he's had a clinical drive, and it'd be hard to catch him, but it's just going to be interesting with the tyre offsets comes the end of this race, and we don't have too much longer to go, and these medium runners, they have had to stop twice. I do think the hards should be good to make it to the end, but it's just going to be lots of tyre saving, and yeah, just driving the car like you're paying for it, pretty much. So, but no, I think he's driven a really good race, and yeah, he's my favourite to tip this one if I had to, but I'm just going to try and get these guys added in the meantime, see what I can try and do. I've got no invites from anyone or any requests to try and get them back, but I'll try and do it on other platforms to get them back in.
Yep, you stick with that, mate, and I'll stick with this battle here because Heaview is all over the back of Calco here. Can he get the job done? Yes, he can. He's up into P7 now. We got Calco. He's there in P8. He's going to have his teammate of Recco Raf. He's slowly closing in. Ranieri is slowly closing in on these guys, though, in that McLaren. He's 3.8 seconds behind on the mediums. Bread is P11. Com United is P12. Some of these guys have got some massive penalties, I believe. We'll have to have a quick look at those. Actually, yeah, Com United's got 9 seconds. NDMV 6 seconds. He still has to pit again, though. He's on those 20-lap hards. It's going to be interesting to see if he can make them last all the way to the end, which I don't think he will be able to. As now we're seeing a little bit of team orders maybe at Haas, or are they fighting? No, Calco's into the pit. He's going to get his wing changed. So Recco Raff now is up into P8. You still got Falcon there. He's still trying to hold on there, even with that wing damage. Heaview now all over the back of him. Can he get the job done? It's going to be interesting to see Falcon in that Williams, whether he can hold on for the rest of this race with that wing damage. You got Brandy. He's slowly marching up towards Gangster now. He's in P5. Chi Dung gets a 10-second for speeding into the pit lane. Not ideal for him. He's down there in P17. 2A not making any impressions at the moment at the front there, but F7 is making some impressions. He's made 2 seconds on 2A. Is it going to be too little too late? Because those mediums, they'll probably be dead by the time he gets even anywhere near close. Gangster, he's sitting there in P4. He'll be praying that F7's mediums fall off and he can get involved in this. Brandy, he's 2 seconds behind Gangster. Can he get involved in this top 4, top 5 battle? Time's going to have to tell. Falcon looks like he's dropping off, but he's holding Heaview at the moment. Heaview does not have the penalty though, so that will help him. It's looking like it's going to be a good. It looks like it's going to be a good battle here. Ed, we are seeing it on. Could we please have a refund? Comms, could we get on board for crew, please? Where's crew? We can have it on board for crew. Yep. No worries, mate.
Should be back in this one. We've finally got him added, and he's been invited back, so he should be able to get back into this race for Donut Gorilla.
At the end of the day, mate, everyone knows they got to add the co-coms before the race, mate. They know that the host doesn't add anybody into the race. So, unfortunately, mate, that's what they have to do.
Yes, Donut Gorilla, let me know. You've gotten a couple of invites now, so you should be all good to get back in, but yeah.
So we have Toast still in the lead. The gap is coming down a little bit at the moment, Riff. So it's down to 6.6 seconds. F7, 7.3 seconds behind him. Slowly making up time on him, but could it be too late? I don't think he'll be able to get in amongst this. We have Brandy. He's here in P5, 2.2 seconds behind. 1.5 seconds behind him is Heaview. Recco Raff, he is in P8. Ranieri's in P9. Some of these guys have got pens. Com United, he's into the pits. So he's going to be trying to maybe possibly try and get a faster slap. Not too sure what he's up to there. As we see, Gangster, 6.6 seconds behind. He's trying to hold it on to the back of these guys. Can he slowly make up some ground on F7? I don't think he can at the moment, but he's holding a handy gap here over Brandy. What is the penalty that he has at the moment? He's got 6 seconds, so he needs to try and make another 2.5 seconds here, Rift.
Yeah. Only, 4 laps remaining now, and brand new tyres for both of them, compared to those around him. But yeah, no, he's got to pull a bit of a gap here and try and close into the best he can. But yeah, brand new, fresh rubber, you're going to feel like Superman and don't have to save anymore, and you can just go all out. So definitely a bit of a margin to cut down on, but I'm sure he'll definitely have the confidence in the car now on fresh rubber that he can get that done.
As we're seeing down here, we're seeing Calco. He's in P13 there. He's 30 on 3-lap hards. Could he start making some dents into some of this field? I don't know. It's a tough job from down there. seeing the Williams of Cristiano He's 12 seconds behind Brett. I don't think he's going to be able to do too much from there. Reco Raff, he's having a look now at Falcon. Can he get the move done? He does have a penalty. Falcon's going to have to defend for his life here with that damage that he does have.
Not sure if Nish is still there, but yes, Reco Ralph currently in this battle with Falcon ahead and Ranieri behind, who's had a good race. All of them have penalties, but they've all got same differing amounts. 3 seconds for Falcon, so he should be okay. Reco Ralph and Ranieri both with 6, and Breadman not too far behind with 3, so he can definitely get at least 2 positions here. Big gap then to P11 Cristiano, as Calco's got another one. So that's not what he would have been after. Well, that's his first one, pardon me, of the day in P12. He's got 1.5 seconds to Tyler behind, so he's got to find a little bit more time as Reco Ralph now. He's very close to the back end of Falcon here. On the throttle to the inside, heading down towards turn number 4, and he is up the inside, and he has got that done. But can the Williams look for a switch back? Bit of deja vu, the Ferrari there as well. Around the outside goes Falcon. These two came together a few laps ago, and this time they're much more well behaved. And diving into the beginning of the third and final sector, Donut Gorilla with a 3-second time penalty as well. Not the day he was after. Going into the penultimate corner, look at him show the nose. Both of them have that damage from that collision in the barrier. He's gone off track. That should be a warning at least. And now we go back around to start lap number 34 on board with the Haas. Up towards the left-hander one, Ranieri behind showing the nose. That hooked up the tyres are coming to the end of their life cycle now. 13 lap old tyres on the Williams ahead, 12 on the Haas behind. He shows the nose both with damage. Ranieri now to the outside. Can he get a switch back on the exit of turn 3? Can't quite, doesn't have the grip. Does he have the battery though? The Haas is burning. Reco Ralph burning and burning, and now showing the nose to go up the inside of turn 4. He's just got it pulled up. The Williams going to try and hang it around the outside. Up the hill we go. This is all too familiar, this position, but they, again, much better behaved, better racecraft this time round, and I'll see if Nishka's back here.
Yeah, I'm back, mate. We got a driver of the day to think about, mate. Who's your nomination, mate?
You could call it bias, call it sour bias, but I'd have to go with Toast. He's been perfect, hasn't he? 4.7 seconds. He's just had complete control, and that start from third to first and that one in the wet as well. It's just a great drive by him today, and he's been really good. F7's another one, but for me, I'll lock in Toast.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with F7. I think he's done a great job to get himself up to P3. So yeah, I think he's done a really good job at DMV. 27 laps on those hards down in P14. That is incredible. But yeah, I'm gonna go F7, mate. So if one of the mods is there, can one of the mods please put that up in the chat, please? As we have at the moment, we got Falcon still holding on from Reco Raff at the moment. We got Breadman, he's there in P10, he's looking to try and get the job done on Ranieri. Those medium tyres would have to be starting to feel the effects now. Can he hold off Bread? Bread looking to get into P9. Can Reco Raff get this job done? They both got a bit of damage. Doesn't look like he's going to get past at the moment. Ranieri desperately looking for a way past as well. We're seeing 2A slowly closing in that gap to Toast, but it's going to be too late. As we're seeing at the moment, there's not too many battles going on the track at the moment, so we will jump on with the man that is. He's got a bit of wing damage. When did he get that? Yeah, not too sure what's happened there. Maybe he's had a bit of damage with one of the lapped cars or something, but 2A is rapidly closing in on him. Oh. Can he hold on? This is going to be close.
Sorry, Nishka. Breadman, he got a better run than Ranieri. He had a compromise exit at a turn 3 in He's 3 up in the P9 now, only with 3 seconds of penalties, so you'll get Reiko as well. As Toast wins the Austrian Grand Prix, 2A comes home in P2. F7, what a drive, up 8 positions. He's going to get P3 and lock out that podium. What a drive, up 8 positions. Gangster now, not the race he was after from pole, but he'll come home in P4. Should be able to hold on with that Aston Martin just outside 3 seconds behind. Or no, he's promoted up to P4. So Gangster from 1st to 5th, Dynasty 6th. Falcon 7 holds on. Breadman got Rico Ralph as well as Ranieri. What a last lap from the Mercedes driver. Ranieri P10, Cristiano the other Williams up to the line. He'll hold on to P11. Calco and Tyler crossing the line now. NDNV going to be the next one after Tyler. He's crossing the line just now. Sorry, there he goes. P13 for him. 14th. NDNV in the Ferrari up to the line now, and that'll be P14 and Donut Gorilla, the final points paying position. He will secure 1 point and take home 15th. And it's Jonathan the V-Card still in the middle sector. He's retired, and that is your Division 4 finish to the Austrian Grand Prix, Nishka.
Yeah, what an interesting race that was, Riff. We had rain at the start, we had different strats, we had guys banging into each other, got some damage and sort of threw their strats off a little bit, and then we're seeing cleanest driver was Brandy. So if we can get that into the chat. Brandy, cleanest driver. And we had driver of the day went to Calco by the game standard, but yeah, we couldn't get that vote in. Driver of the day options were F7 or Toast. F7 or Toast. Now we'll go through the race director. We'll get those times in. I'll just quickly get them.
F7 as well, the fastest lap of the race at 106.2. That is rapid, especially compared to everyone else around him. Not too many other drivers got ducked into the 106s. So great race from F7, from P11 to P3 to the podium. That's a great drive. But yeah, props to Sauber. That's a win. And given all the controversy that was going on in silly season, that's a great result for them, and they'll be stoked with that. And it keeps some championship aspirations alive, I suppose, of jumping up a couple of places in the constructors across all divisions and in Division 4 as well. So they'll be happy with that. And congratulations to Toast on the win. And Alpine, I don't think they'll lose any fans. They overall got a very good result again today, and they'll be happy with that as well.
Yeah, absolutely. If we can get our podium getters into the chat, and if we can get our race winner into the chat, the driver of the day poll will be finished soon, and we'll get the driver of the day in here as well. But I believe that'll be one of those three anyway. Yeah, thoughts of the race, Riff, before we get the interviews underway.
Yeah, a lot happened, and then it kind of went very quickly towards the end. It was just flying by. But no, obviously, yeah, started in the wet conditions, and was expecting a very chaotic start to that Grand Prix, and there was lots of action, but they all kept it pretty clean, which is good to see. And then yeah, as the race went on, we saw a bit of strategy with the boxing earlier or later, undercutting, overcutting, and then yeah, depending on the tyres that went on, that also shook up how it ended. But no, the fastest guys, they were consistently at the front, and they drove a pretty flawless race, most of them, and definitely one to remember.
Yeah, definitely, Riff. It was fantastic. I really enjoyed that race. So yeah, I believe we've got F7, who is driver of the day. I believe he finished P3 as well, if I'm correct there, Rift, in saying that.
Yes, he did finish P3 on the podium,
so we'll
driver of the day as well. So that'll be
yeah. So we'll get these interviews underway. I'll let you take this one away with F7 driver of the day and P3. All good, Rift?
Yep, there we go. F7 is in here.
Yep, he's in there, mate.
Congratulations, and just your thoughts on that race after qualifying. What was the thoughts, and compared to now, how are you feeling after that one?
Uh, it was good. I was like very unfortunate for qualifying. I did not think I was going to do very well, and it was just buckle down, make as many moves as I could in the wet, and then try and get it right with the crossover. And I was up to P6 in 3 laps, so I went. I think I've got a chance. And turns out I did. I got the pit lap right on the tires. I caught up like the 3 seconds that I had to gangster, and then I did the right strategy from then on. So it was a good race, I reckon.
Yeah, definitely. And in qualifying, when you saw that there's going to be a wet start for the race, did that affect how you went with setup, or did you still see it's going to dry up at the end and go dry for qualifying?
Um, I knew it was going to dry up, so I just did a couple of tweaks that wouldn't really affect it too much in the race, just so I wasn't unstable. And it worked. And um, yeah, I was doing really well in that wet in the early days.
Yeah, definitely. And with the championship looking pretty good in your favour, heading into each race, what's the mindset? Is it still just try and bang in some good points or a good result, or you still have the mindset of trying to win every race and or die trying, if that makes sense?
Um, I'm not going into every race thinking I've got to win this race or with that kind of mindset, but I'm certainly thinking that good points is necessary or I'm going to lose it. So I go into every race with the mindset that the more moves I can make cleanly, the better I will do, and the easier it will become for me. So just put in good results.
No, definitely. Well, congratulations. That was a great drive from you and a very much well-deserved driver of the day. So congratulations on the podium, and I'll hand you over to Nishka.
Thank you.
F7, mate. Fantastic drive. Well done. Getting on to P3. It's really securing your championship um, aspirations, so to speak. Yeah, how'd you sort of find today? Did you find it tough, or what sort of happened with your qualifying? Where was that a little bit disappointing for you?
Yeah, I invalidated my first lap, so I went back out again, and that was the only time I was able to set as my final lap was also invalidated. So I was definitely very, very angry at myself for what happened, but I had my teammate right in front of me. It was wet, chaos was going to happen, and it didn't. There wasn't much chaos, so to speak, but positions. The positions I made up were timed right. Not much contact or mistakes or time lost happened towards the start. So I was just able to make positions, get past people, and so the qualifying didn't really matter.
Yeah, you done a great job in the race, mate, and you should be super proud of that. Heading to Australia next week, how do you sort of feel about Australia?
Um, I'm feeling confident. I I'll put in the practice, put in the hours, and do my best. As long as I don't DNF, I think I should be good.
Oh, what's happened there? Yeah, yeah. Sorry, I just had a bit of a mishap there. Sorry, guys. Um, yeah. So we look forward to next week, mate. I think yeah, the championship looks very well secure for you, mate. Um, go enjoy this podium with your teammate, and yeah, well done, mate.
Thank you, guys.
Have we got anybody else in here yet, Rift?
Doesn't look like it. Just Toast and 2A if they're able for interviews. But other than that, it's just F7 here. So otherwise, just get your thoughts then, Ish, in the meantime if we're waiting for those two.
Yeah, we'll be waiting for them, mate. We'll see if they come in. But yeah, my thoughts on the race. I thought the race was fantastic. There was plenty of action. There was plenty going on. Yeah, the rain really spiced it up, really changed it up, allowed people to get into the race when they weren't into the race, and then yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed it. But we can't go anywhere, Rift, because I believe you're up next, actually, in Division 2. How are you sort of feeling about the race tonight?
No, very keen. Always keen for Sunday nights. It's always good fun. Track like Austria, it's going to be very tricky with track limits, and yeah, a lot of quick drivers in Div 2. So yeah, gonna have our work cut out for us. But no, I'm keen to get going, and hopefully you can keep the momentum rolling, get another good result for Sauber. So yeah, great win for us there, and hopefully I can put in a good result. I believe we've got a teammate as well reserving tonight, which will be great for the Div 2 Sauber team. But yeah, no, very keen to get underway, and I believe a few of the quick guys might not be driving tonight as well, so we could definitely have some big points up for grabs as well, which will be good. As that 2A, we've just got it with us now.
Yeah.
I think you can hear us, 2A. Congratulations on P2. Very fitting. Just yeah, take us through qualifying, and pretty hectic start, but you're able to jump up a couple of places, and then and drove a really nice race. It was very clean, very consistent, and just yeah, what were your thoughts on those opening laps there?
Yeah, I thought I was okay on qualifying. I don't know why I was bleeding so much time on my final push lap in qualifying. I don't know. I came out of the first corner on the straight, and I was just bleeding time. I think I lost almost 2/10 by the time I got to turn 3. We got into the race, and my teammate decided to make his own decision and wanted to swap places before turn 3, which I thought that was agreed upon with the TPs in them. But I mean, I just rolled with the punches at that point. Yeah, I thought I was fast in the rain until I met what's his face, Jazz 10 or whatever his name is. He blew me out of the water. But yeah, it was just about just keeping F7 behind me as much as I could. I was able to do that.
Yeah, definitely, and also something else was we noticed the strategy going from wet to dry. You opted for the mediums. What was the thought process? Did you think the two stop in the back half of that race was the way to go, or looking back on it now, would you box for the hards and try to see what you can do the same strategy as
I
the
probably
car had?
Yeah, I probably would have boxed for hards. I didn't get a lot of practice this week because I'm changing schedules at work. But my TP said that mediums is better than the hards after the rain. So we went with that, and after like lap 6, my tires were gone. I could already automatically tell they were not good anymore. I just had to fight through it and try to do what I can.
Yeah, definitely. Unlucky calls, sometimes they go your way, sometimes they don't.
Yeah.
But overall, mate, it was a great drive tonight, and yeah, congratulations. I'll hand you over to Nishka.
Thank you, sir.
2A, mate. See you on the podium again, mate. It's starting to become a common theme for you. You're starting to really get that consistency going now. Yeah, how'd you sort of feel after that, or like how do you feel at this point of the season, knowing now that you're getting the consistency going? Is it do you feel like it's a little bit too late, or you feel like you're still pleased that you've improved and got the consistency as the season's gone on? How do you sort of feel about that?
I feel okay with the consistency. It's kind of late in the game for me. At this point, because I can't make China, I will be traveling for my brother's wedding. But at this point, I can only hope F7 DNFs twice, or 3, or the rest of the season for me to even make a chance. But I wish the consistency, like unfortunately, the consistency came way too late in the season. But weather, bad calls from TPs, just midfield madness, as you know. Uh, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely, mate. Absolutely. Will we be seeing you go round in Australia next week? And how do you feel about that track, mate?
Oh man, I haven't practiced Australia in a while. I guess I got to get on that tomorrow. I don't know. I don't know if I'll be getting any practice in this week because I got another race tomorrow night, and I don't know. I'm going back to Monday through Friday next week, so I might just have to go into this race cold.
Raw dogging it.
Yeah,
That's a scary prospect.
yeah. I might as well just raw dog it and see what happens. Just send it.
Yeah, full send. Well, either way, mate. Whatever happens next week, practice, no practice, I'm sure we'll enjoy seeing you out there on the track. Go enjoy this P2 with your teammate, and thanks for jumping in.
Thanks, guys. Peace.
Now, did we get Toast in here? I don't believe we did. So that's unfortunate.
Toasty's not in here. He hasn't ducked in yet. I've given him a message, but yeah, I'm not sure where he's at the moment. But
That's all good. We'll start wrapping this one up, Brift. Always a pleasure comes with you, mate. Thanks for jumping in. We'll give a quick shout out to our sponsors, Sim Racing Centre, SimLab, Pangea Advanced Simulation, and AR369. Thanks for the continued support. And yeah, that's a good afternoon from us. And I think joining you for Division 2 will be Wreckers, and I believe it's F7 after his performance. So yeah, don't go anywhere. Get yourselves a drink, get something to eat, and be back for Division 2 action. Good night.